I like the zebra print that they did on it. It's kind of cool, like a halfway wrap job almost. You know, this is a gray box, and then they put the, you know, the vinyl stickers on top of that. So pretty cool truck. We'll go inside and they'll actually kind of talk us through some of the elements in there. They're not actually out here camping at all. It's kind of like they wanted to camp, so they weren't planning on having an exhibit. So I'm not going to try to take up their time talking through this truck, but the inside is kind of nice. I took a peek in there. It's all white, kind of gives it that real open feel to it. 2 spare wheels here in the back. So that's actually pretty cool as well. You've got your Max tracks here, or MK2s, the real deal, and there's your European plate right there. But absolutely cool. Tons of solar. They've got solar on the roof. That's a backup camera that you see up there, and a little system here to lower the tires whenever you need to change a spare. So also pretty cool. But that is the truck here, and I like it. I think this is really, really nice. And moving on to the front here, you've got the awning that they're all sitting underneath right now. So your typical kind of setup. I like the windows, how they come out like that. Not very typical with American vehicles to have windows that come out like that, but that's nice because if it rains, the window just kind of catches that rain and it just kind of rolls off. So super cool to have the window set up like that. And that's the crew here just kind of sitting outside, so we won't bug them, but that is what that looks like over there. So super cool. All right, so what you've done here is that you actually set up 2 doors to go into your cab area, right?
Right.
And
right.
what was the purpose for that?
So several things. First of all, as this is a cap-over chassis, you would have to unmount the membrane every time you need to reach the engine, or even to check the dipstick or something. And to make this easier, we just left it as it is. Next thing is, if you have these 2 doors in between, if somebody tries to break into your truck, the easiest way is usually entering the cab. So a thief would have to pass 2 more doors until
in order to get to the back.
To get to the back. So, and then last but not least, as I said, if you, no matter how hard you try, something inside the home will rattle during the ride, and with these 2 doors in between of you and the noise, at least I couldn't stand things rattling.
Yeah, no, I can't stand little rattles. Even when I'm driving, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
So that would drive you crazy. But that's cool. So that first door closes.
Yeah.
All right, and that's got a lock in itself.
Yeah. So that's the lock it.
All right.
Then you close the second door.
And that locks as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're pretty tall yourself. How tall are you?
It's 6'7".
6'7". Okay, and you're standing in your bathroom right now, so you've got tons of room in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why the rig is so tall, with 11.6 in total.
Yeah, but you want it to be like that so you're comfortable when you're standing in here. So that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so inside here we've got a wet bath. So you have the curtain over here, and so that turns all the way around.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy to when you shower to avoid that everything gets wet. But still, you have a big shower area, so you can use it as a shower, but you don't waste the space, because as soon as the curtain folds back, this double functions as the bathroom space.
Okay, very nice. And you've got a fan up there. That sucks in and pushes out.
Right. Correct.
That's very nice.
So that it comes with a composting toilet. Yeah.
And how is that?
It's. I mean, you have to get the disclaimer, because we used to be the European distributor for Nature's Head for several years.
Right.
So you wouldn't expect me telling something different.
Yeah.
But to be honest, we started this business accidentally when we started to use the toilet on our own.
Okay.
So people started asking us, and if we could.
And then after the fact,
we wouldn't have done it if we weren't convinced.
Okay.
So actually, this thing, it doesn't take any water, so it makes our fresh water. We have like 75 gallons of fresh water, and we last way longer with it because we don't have to use any water on it.
Okay.
We have to empty the solids bin like every 3 to 4 weeks when
Okay.
we're on full-time use with it.
Yeah.
And the only thing we need to dispose it of is either a garbage bag, a garbage can, or if we're far out remote, we can bury it in the ground
Okay.
as a fertilizer. So
And it
that-
doesn't smell in here. It's not like it smells.
Yeah,
It smells
to
just
be-
perfectly
To be
fine.
honest, this one is in use for now. It's 3 weeks on Sunday.
Okay.
So that's how it looks like. So it kind of like looks like soil, and
Okay.
it's open now. So,
All right. So
and you-
this is actually live. This
Yeah.
has been used.
All right. Yeah. It's like,
And we're opening it, and you didn't even warn me.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's how good it is, guys. It actually doesn't smell.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is very, very interesting. Okay. Very cool. And so when we come out here, you got some storage.
Yeah. So this is the dinette, which can be folded down as a bed. It's
Okay.
a third bed.
Yep.
That's the bed in the back there.
Very,
Okay.
very nice.
This is like a 2+1 vehicle design, but if you have like somebody to visit you,
Yeah.
and you wanna extend the net, this slides out. You can push that down. It gets a little bit wider. You can pull out the table.
Oh wow.
We have
okay.
there's something that fits in here.
Yeah,
you
so
have a
that
lot-
extends.
Yeah, that extends. You have a large table. You have enough space and room for 4 people to sit.
Okay.
So even with visitors, there's enough room.
Yeah. No, thank you very much. I know you weren't here at the show to actually show your vehicle. You just ended up having an exhibit without really planning it. So I appreciate you actually talking to me about
Oh,
this.
welcome.
This is very cool. And a fridge. You got a fridge somewhere in here?
Yeah, you're just in front of it. It's
Oh.
over here.
Oh, okay. Right behind me.
So,
And it's DC.
Yeah, it's on DC.
Okay. Propane as well, or just
No,
pure
it's
DC?
just it's a compressor, so it's just on DC. But we have plenty of power in here. We have 800 amp hours lithium-ion batteries,
Okay.
which is like 10 kilowatt hours
Yeah.
around. We have 700 watts of solar on.
Oh,
on
so
top.
you're not worried
Yeah.
about running out of
No,
power.
no, not at all. Actually, we can charge the batteries over the alternator,
Mm-hmm.
but in the area where we're here at, we don't even need it. So
Okay.
it's actually switched off.
Yeah, Colorado has tons of sunshine,
Yeah.
so you never
So
have
the
to worry
battery,
about-
if there's no sunshine at all,
Mm-hmm.
we could run the truck the way we use it for about 7 days
Okay.
before we run out of
Oh, really?
electricity. Yeah.
7 days off
Yeah.
grid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but within 7 days, if there would be no sunshine at all, we most likely would move on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then
Go somewhere
solar
nicer.
filter.
Okay. So you're from Germany?
Right, from Berlin.
So how do you ship this? That's always curious to me when people come with
yeah.
such big rigs.
Oh, actually, it's actually an easy one. There's a regular connection from Hamburg to Halifax, and it also goes down to Baltimore, and it takes about 10 to 14 days. It's a roll-on, roll-off ferry.
Okay, that's
you
not
just
bad.
drop off your vehicle in the harbor 3 days before the ship goes, and then they drive it onto the boat, and
Okay.
about 2 weeks later you can pick it up in the destination harbor.
Give them $10,000?
No, that was a vehicle our size was about 4,100.
It's not ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's not too bad.
Yeah,
So-
considering you can buy a plane ticket for that much.
Yeah,
You know, so that's
yeah,
actually
right,
pretty
yeah,
good.
so that's-
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
very
so
nice.
there's some couple kind of neat details which I retrofitted from the truck. So this slides out, but it doesn't help you if you just want to relax.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is like I put some of these boards on the drawer, and then you have this cushion.
Oh,
So
nice.
what you can do now is
Now you
just
can put your feet up.
on,
Yeah.
and the same does on this side. So it's like you just put that down in the
yeah.
cabinets, and then you have there another cushion.
That's pretty ingenious right there. I like that. Nice countertops too. I like that.
Yeah,
And gas stove?
yeah. That's the only thing we run on gas.
Okay.
It's the stove and the barbecue.
And why? Why did you decide to go with the gas stove? I know some people are doing induction.
Yeah. So
and all
actually,
that.
when we planned this truck about 7.5 years ago, we weren't sure if we'd be able to have enough energy and electricity to run an induction. With the practical experience we have now over the last 6 years, there would be no problem at all to change to induction.
Okay.
So, but back then we weren't sure, so we went the safe route and took the gas stove.
Okay. So have you had any problems with this rig? What would you tell somebody who's like, hey, I want to get one of these? Like, how is it?
As I said earlier, there are only few things I would do different. One thing would be I would try to be a little bit lower, because that's mostly the only limitation we every now and then see on our tours.
Okay.
That it gives more capability off road. Plus, you're less dependent about the clearance.
How tall are you? Do you know?
11.6.
11.6. Okay, so not ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. So it's not like we have issues every day. But if you see, we went from in South Dakota, for example, from Mount Rushmore down to Wind Cave National Park. We had there's a very, very nice road with some switchbacks and tunnels, and this was a road we couldn't do because there were one of the tunnels was just about 11 foot.
Okay, so that would be a good reason to go a little bit lower.
Yeah, so on like smaller, nice scenic roads, every now and then it could happen that you.
Okay, very good. And you've got an Instagram channel. Do you care to share that?
Yes, of course. It's like Fuso, F-U-S-O, for the brand of the truck, then underscore and O-double-L-Y.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. And thank you very much for letting us catch up with you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Cool.